Hey guys, it's Kauri from the corner. You ever have this issue where people have to teach you a lesson or you have to teach somebody a lesson? Because if you're in that particular situation or environment, and let me tell you something, stop teaching people lessons. All right? You're not their teacher. Stop holding people accountable for your expectations by ruling over them. This is called manipulation, right? See, a lot of times we as people, or we angry people, we choose to say that, I was hurt, I was so bothered, and they did so bad to me that I need to teach them a lesson. Somebody needs to teach them a lesson. From what I learned throughout my years of stupid recovery and sitting on that stupid recovery bench, is that when you try to teach somebody a lesson, you end up learning about 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 yourself, right? Because you're actually trying to manipulate this person to understand your lesson. It's not a lesson that's coming from your creator. It's a lesson that's coming from you and your selfish, cruel nature of who you are, right? But for some reason, we tend to think this works. And we don't see the ramifications in our world. Like, maybe the lesson wasn't for us to teach them, but for us to see our flaws and our failures as a person, as a human. Because we don't tend to look at that kind of stuff, right? We're too proud. We're too good. We think we're too above ourselves to see the problems that we created. And now we have to teach other people. It's amazing to me how this goes on and over and over again. I have clients, men and women, their husbands cheat on them or wives cheat on them or whatever the situation is. And with the men, and with men's mental health, sometimes you get so angry. You feel depressed, and that angerness then turns to bitterness. And you have to fight that, man. You have to fight pettiness and bitterness the whole time you're going through a healing process, especially if things were done to you. I had a chance to be petty and bitter with my wife when she left. So many opportunities. But I refused to do it. I refuse to step down and be on a level of butthole. I refuse to step down after building my character and building my integrity up as a man, as a real leader. I refuse to step down and step out of the light, step out of the protection of my character, and fall into the trap of somebody trying to teach me a lesson. I know a lot of you men have gone through this process, women too, where your name has been soiled, your character has been soiled. But don't fall into the same thing. Don't do the same thing that someone else has done to you. Okay? And when I say stop holding people accountable for your expectations, that is real. That is one of the most real, one of the biggest things that people are breaking up homes and families over. Really good relationships. Because you're holding somebody accountable for your expectations. So I have a question for you types of people. If you're holding someone accountable for your expectations, how are you helping them meet your expectations? I'll make it simple. Something simple. Let's say you want me to cook every night. And I don't mind cooking. Let's say I don't mind doing this for you. I love to do it for you. And it's an expectation. Okay? If that's my expectation for you to cook every night, then how can I help you meet that expectation? Will I wash the dishes? Will I go get the groceries for you? Can I do anything to help you? Or what can I do to help you make your process better, easier for you to please me? Right? But this is not a moment for you to teach somebody. It's not a moment you get mad because you didn't get what you want. You're not cooking every night. So I'm going to have to teach you a lesson by ruling over you. That's called manipulation. And this is one of the big things here when it comes to manipulation. We tend to think that our process is better than somebody else's process and never even ask questions about their process. We assume that the way we do things and the way our culture, where we were brought up in our family, we assume that those things are correct. And they might be good, they might be bad. But is it right? And what's right is to ask questions and understand people around you. You have to be reintroduced to this world. You are not the ultimate teacher. You're not the creator of this world. And trying to teach people lessons and be the creator of this world, you always have problems. So let's go to one last piece, a couple more pieces. See, don't get upset when you're not producing. Okay? Don't get upset when you're not producing. Get a mindset of difference. Start teaching yourself a lesson. Right? Are you working on yourself enough to achieve the right outcome? Because that's a lesson for you. That's a lesson, personal lesson that needs to be taught. Right? Are you doing what it takes to be a person to where you don't need to teach, but they actually learn by looking at you? You are an example. You don't need to teach. And here's one, I'm gonna just end this out. Teaching a lesson. This is the last piece, and you guys probably heard me say this before. Can you really teach a lesson better than me? Can you destroy me better than me? Can you wound me better than me? Can you hurt me, disappoint me, limit me better than me? You can't. Most of the things we do to ourselves and the lesson that we want to teach, we're already teaching people. We're teaching people about us through our exposure, through our limitations, through our lack of knowledge and wanting to learn to be better. Teach people with how you walk, who you are. Stop teaching them lessons about your expectations and wants. It hurts people. And eventually, you will get it back to where you will have to deal with the lessons that you have taught other people. Just want to put that out there and let you know. Teaching people a lesson. It hurts you. It definitely hurt me. Believe that.